Hi everyone, my name's Mim, for those who don't know me. I hope you're all keeping really well and safe amid all the craziness that's going on around us. I hope you're all healthy, and if you have gardens, that you're enjoying this really beautiful sunshine. So today, the thought that we're going to be looking at comes from a book in the Bible called Hebrews, which is in the New Testament, and it's just one verse, so chapter 6, verse 19, and I'll read it out for us. We have this sure and steadfast anchor for the soul. So super short, super snappy verse. But the question that we're going to be looking at is, what does it mean to have an anchor for the soul? So when the Bible talks about the soul, what it's referring to is our inner being, so our heart and our mind, and kind of all the stuff that we can't really see, so like our emotions. And I don't know about you, but I think when I am thinking about my soul, it is a bit like a boat. And what I mean by that is it very much drifts depending on what is going on around it. So for example, my soul one day could feel great and I could feel like I'm really close to God, but then the next day something like coronavirus hits and all of my stability and all of kind of the things I've put my trust in are gone, and I can't see my friends and I can't just do all the things that I normally do, and suddenly my soul feels like it is drifting, a bit like a boat in a storm. What this verse is saying is that we have an anchor for the soul, and that anchor is Jesus. And I have been thinking about this recently, and I think that as Christians sometimes we would rather Jesus be like a helicopter for the soul. What I mean by that is sometimes I think I fall into a pattern of thinking, actually Jesus, I'd rather you come into this crazy situation and take me out of it. Actually, this storm that you've put me in is too much, and I'd rather you be like a helicopter, come in, scoop me out and take me away. But actually, that's not what the Bible says at all. That's not what Jesus promises to be. He promises to be an anchor, which is a bit of a crazy concept, because what an anchor does is it holds the boat firm in the storm. It doesn't remove the person from the storm, it holds it there, which is actually kind of crazy, because I think it would be easier if Jesus took us out of it, but actually what he's saying is he promises to hold us firm no matter what is going on around us. And actually sometimes the work that Jesus does is a bit like an anchor. The best work that is done isn't always seen. So someone could look out into a storm and see the boat being tossed around, but what it doesn't see is that the anchor is holding it firm in place. And actually that can be a bit like us. We can look at our situation and be like, this is crazy, Jesus, what are you doing? But actually some of the best work is going on beneath the surface, in our hearts and in our souls. And actually, maybe during this coronavirus time, Jesus is going to continue to speak to us and teach us in a way that he wouldn't have been able to do if he had just lifted us out of this situation. And don't get me wrong, Jesus 100% has the power to stop coronavirus, and I think that's a really great prayer to be praying. But I just think it's really encouraging that from this verse we can learn that no matter what is going on around us, no matter the craziness and the storms of life, we have an anchor, and that anchor is Jesus, holding us firm, holding us steadfast, and that will never change.